Hi Rini, it's Gwendolyn here. Really great to see your next set of essays, your very comprehensive error list, and then your corrected essays. I had a look through your corrected essays and your error list. They look good. Let's go ahead and look at your task 2 here today on technology. And let's see if I can get you some additional feedback to help you focus for the next couple of days before your exam. Looking through this particular essay, Rini, I thought you did a good job of trying to answer the task response, but I think we could have made it a little better. One way we could have improved is on your P1. So your P1 here should have been talking about, should humans adapt to technology or should technology adapt to us? So you talked about lots of different technological inventions, but your overall sentence was, you're talking about how individual provides knowledge to an individual, which is the second part, but we still need to answer this first part. Should humans adapt to technology or should technology adapt to us? I would like you to maybe have expanded on this idea that technology has made life easy with its various developments. Talk about maybe the washing machine or something about how that has reduced maybe the washing machine has reduced the amount of time women spend on chores each week by 75%, and then say therefore it is essential that humans adapt to technology to be able to keep up with this fast-paced world. Something more relevant there. Let's go ahead and read through it. Technology has revolutionized the world to such an extent that people are unable to carry out their day-to-day activities without its aid. Good. Fantastic first sentence there, Rini. Their compliance with it is proliferating vigorously, despite the fact that it is slowing down their intellectual power. This essay will scrutinize both sides of this issue by providing examples. I would just say you're a little high on the word count, so this is a little wordy here. So I would just say by providing examples from, and then no article there, from Stanford University and others, no comma, to demonstrate points, and then not this word, besides supporting, and support arguments. A couple of changes grammar-wise there. On the one hand, technology is the greatest boon for mankind in the 21st century, so no comma there. It has made life easy with its various developments. Furthermore, it also provides enormous knowledge and information which can be availed with just a click of the finger. For instance, search engines such as Google and Safari can generate any information that we request through the internet. In addition, Wikipedia encloses all the details in a systematic way, which makes it extremely user-friendly. Therefore, it is clear that technology enhances the knowledge of an individual. Okay, Rini, I thought your writing was very good here. You've got some great vocabulary words, pretty clear and easy to understand. It just wasn't relevant enough to the task response. We needed to be answering that question, should humans adapt to technology or should technology adapt to us? So that question really needed to be answered here. And I didn't feel you answered it. So remember, try to stick with one idea and then one example to go with that. I would have used, taken with your idea, it has made life easier with its various developments. Take, for example, the washing machine. Women who have adapted to using the modern technology of the washing machine save themselves 75% of time in doing this weekly chore. Therefore it can be seen that it is necessary for humans to adapt to technology in order to keep up with this fast-paced world. Something like that. On the other hand, over-reliance of people on technology is hampering their critical thinking. Good. The ability of the brain to collect, process, and generate ideas is gradually reducing because the internet is replacing this vital ability. For example, research done. Okay, I want to get away from using the word done. Conducted is a much higher level vocabulary word here. C-O-N-D-U-C-T-E-D. You're going to get more points for using the word conducted instead of done. At Stanford University, capitalized U there on university is part of the proper noun, has shown that only 2 out of 10 individuals were able to remember their contact number, while the rest relied on the internet or their cell phones. Therefore, it is clear that being tech-savvy being tech-savvy can be detrimental to the thinking capability of an individual. Good. I thought this was a very good P2, Rini. You've answered the task response. Is technology making us intellectually weaker or more intelligent? Very clear, clearly written, great idea, good example. Some fantastic vocabulary throughout there. Hampering, detrimental. Really good P2, Rini. To conclude, technology is like a double-edged weapon. We often say double-edged sword is the phrase we usually use. Good to see you putting this colloquial phrase in, though. I like that. Technology is like a double-edged sword because the availability of information allows us to study things and enhance knowledge, while the convenience of that technology makes us reliant on it instead of our own mental capabilities. Good. Rini, overall, I thought this was a very strong essay. The only real issue I had was that I didn't feel in this particular essay that your P1 was as relevant to the task response as it could be. But overall, if you are writing, if your P1 was as strong as your P2 here, and you're able to write this level of essay within the 40 minutes, I think you're there or thereabouts to get that 7.0 because you have good range of vocabulary, very clear and coherent writing. When you do answer the task response, it is good. And your grammar has improved. I don't think you have. There was 1 or 2 issues with the commas here, but not like it was when you first started writing. So there's some great improvement there. Let's look at your task 1. Okay, Rini, I just looked at your task 1 here. Unfortunately, you've interpreted the information the wrong way around. So the bar chart, if you look at the title, it says the expected number of city visits by country in 2018. So you have done it the wrong way around. So what we were really looking at in this bar chart is the number of Americans, Canadians, and Mexicans who will visit the European cities of London, Paris, Madrid, and Istanbul during the year 2018. So you've done it the other way around. So you probably would have lost some points in the task response here. So that's really important to make sure you read and understand the title of the charts before you write. Let me go ahead and check it based on the way that you've written it. It'll be a little bit difficult for me, but I will do my best to try to get the grammar correct. The bar chart illustrates the probable visits by the foreign nationals of London, Paris, Madrid, and Istanbul to the countries Mexico, Canada, and the US during the year 2018. Good. Good vocabulary here. Illustrates, probable, foreign nationals, good different synonym use. Overall, it is clear from the chart that during 2018, the USA, don't forget get your article in front of the USA because it's a collective noun, will have the maximum visitors. Maximum implies that it's the most. The US will have the most visitors, especially foreign nationals belonging to Paris, comma, compared to the other 2 countries, wherein the portion of visitors dwindles between the 5 countries, between the 3 countries, between the 3 cities. Yeah, not sure, hard for me to interpret because it's the wrong way around, but either way, I don't think that's correct because there's only 4 cities and 3 countries, so 5 countries doesn't make sense. So I'm not sure what you were trying to say there. But I like this word, good word, dwindles, good. And proportion is a good word to use. Looking at the chart in detail, I would say the country of Mexico will have more than 60,000 visitors from Madrid, whereas only 25,000 from Paris and 20,000 visits from London and Istanbul. In contrast, the bulk of tourists visiting Canada will be from Istanbul, about 865,000, while those from London and Paris will comprise, I would say comprise only of 40,000 people, and as few as, no fewer, 25,000 nationals from Madrid. On the other hand, an overwhelming proportion of 100,000 Paris nationals are expected to visit the USA, so in most instances, you always will put the in front of the USA because US and the USA is a collective noun. United States, there's more than one state, followed by 80,000 London nationals. Maybe said as besides, maybe additionally, about 60,000 tourists from Madrid and 65,000 from Istanbul are estimated, good vocabulary there, to visit the US during 2018. Don't forget your conclusion in your task one. In conclusion, it can be seen that the number of visitors by country varies. Full stop. Okay. So yeah, Rini, I think in terms of what you need to focus on in the next 3 days from these two essays is really making sure you're answering the task response. Your vocabulary is great. Your coherence and cohesion is good. For the most part, your grammar is good. Where you would have lost the most points in these two essays would have been on your task response. So maybe you go back and look at interpreting the, find some an email or a link on the internet where you can look through lots of different example task 2 and task 1s and make sure you have a think about what you think you'd put in the task 1 and task 2, and hopefully they've got some examples for you, and check that you're putting the right kind of information in there. And that's the big thing here. Make sure you're interpreting the bar charts correctly. Maybe test yourself, read what you think the bar chart's about, think about how you would write it, and then check the answer and see if you are correct in the way you've interpreted it. That would be my main practice for you. Also useful just to go ahead and write another set of essays, which I've got for you. So go ahead and add any mistakes here to your error list, correct these 2 essays with the suggestions given, and then go ahead and write the next 2 set of essays. And if you can get that back to me tomorrow, I'll get that checked for you in time. Alright, Rini, your writing's really good. It's just making sure you answer the task response properly. Alright, keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing your next essays tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.